Hello everyone, and a very big welcome back to the most rarest and forgotten kids shows. Now, apologies that this is obviously the very first video of 2023 about something that I enjoy doing, something that we all love watching. Of course, I love talking about and showing you guys everything, but honestly, I have not had a good couple of weeks. Obviously, loads of you probably know this already, but oh God, I don't even know how to even explain all this, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Sadly, last week on Valentine's Day, my grandmother sadly passed away. I don't know what exactly happened to her. I never got on with her whatsoever. So that's what makes it, so bad. And apparently a few days after, a girl I once knew from college, I hardly knew her, I hardly ever saw her. She again passed away, same age as me, but obviously because of an illness, which I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to upset anyone, I don't want to scare anyone. So yeah, and it really was very difficult, and I'm just like, oh my God, how my anxiety has not affected me physically at the moment, but sadly it has been since yesterday. So my throat has been, when you get that lump in your throat, which I obviously spoke about a couple of months ago, that's playing up again. So yeah, which really sucks, but I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to carry on doing what I enjoy doing. I'm grateful for my nan. I've sadly got no grandparents left, but I just wanted to appreciate for what I've done. I did a little dance off on my TikTok. So yeah, just to show my appreciation for what she's done. And the fact that she spoiled me a lot but never really loved me. So I just thought, you know what, let's just show my appreciation to this. So as this is the most rarest and forgotten kids shows, I decided, you know what, obviously as you can see from the screen, it looks so dull, it looks gloomy, it looks so dark and horrible. And we've all suffered with the winter blues, we've suffered with loneliness, and I thought about this for a long time, and I thought, you know what, this show definitely brings out so much sunshine, so much out on the beach, being with people that you love. And I thought I need to talk about this one. So let's see what we're talking about.
This way to the sea, this way, and you're on the shore where the silver boats come and go. You'll find ebb and flow. The tide may be high or low, the sun has a golden glow. This way where the silver boats come and go, you can always find ebb and flow.
It's Ebb and Flo, another one of my favourite things that I actually watched when I was a child. Now, obviously, this video may be quite short, obviously because Ebb and Flo is a very short programme, but I just love it because you've literally got the outside, you've got the sun, you've got the sea, and you've got the beach. It's literally like a perfect place to just feel freer. It is absolutely incredible. So Ebb and Flo is about a 5-year-old girl named Flo who lives in a houseboat with her single mom and has a dog named Ebb, and also another friend, a duck called Bird. And in every single episode, there's always something that happens, but obviously, good things do happen. And believe it or not, the show is actually narrated by Fiona Shaw. Now, I'm pretty sure you may recognise this person, but what character do we all know her from?
Go to the state school where you belong. Now, this is what you're going to be wearing when I've finished dyeing it.
But that's Dudley's old uniform. It'll fit me like bits of old elephant skin.
Fit you well enough. Go and get the post. Go!
Oh dear, the horrible Aunt Petunia narrating a kiddie show. Isn't it so weird how lots of kiddie shows are narrated by lots of comedians? Now, I would love, in my future videos, of course, I would love to do a talk about these things because I do not want to give any spoilers at the moment, but I will definitely do another one in my next video that I never even watched as a child, but I only discovered it last year, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I really enjoyed it. So, and it's narrated by my celebrity crush. Obviously another celebrity crush. So yeah, that I'm going to be doing hopefully sometime soon. And yeah, so another reason why I wanted to talk about Ebb and Flo is because you're not going to believe this, but in my local shopping centre, I always go past this pub and restaurant, and believe it or not, it's actually called Ebb and Flo, but Flo has an extra W at the end. So, and it's funny because every time that I would walk past that restaurant, I would literally think about that programme, and I thought, do you know what, I need to talk about this because it's literally going to drive me crazy. One of my favourite episodes, which I actually remember so well, was the one where Ebb, Flo and Bird, they decide to have a little picnic. And of course, you know, Flo sets up the picnic, got all the sandwiches and the plates and everything. And Flo tells Ebb to watch the food and everything. However, there are some very naughty girls that fly over the picnic and like eat everything. So let's have a look at it. Oh no! Honestly, what on earth are Flo and Bird gonna say?
Ebb! How could you? Really, Ebb? I'm surprised at you. Go away. Go on.
Oh, Flo, don't blame Ebb. She was trying to scare them away and trying to stop them from eating the sandwiches. How dare you tell her to go away? But not to worry, because Flo realises that she made a biggest mistake, because one of this, as she hands out a sandwich to share with Bird, one of the seagulls again grabs hold of it by the feet. So let's have a look at it. Yes, Ebb, you scared that seagull away. And of course, Flo feels really bad, but this is what happened next, and it's so adorable.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ebb. How could I think it was you who ate the food when it was the gulls all the time?
I absolutely love Ebb and Flo's friendship, more like relationship, because I mean, when I actually Googled this morning, apparently it said that like Flo doesn't see Ebb as a dog and Ebb doesn't see Flo as a child. They are just so close together. They literally, I don't know what the word is, but very close. Another one of my favourite episodes of Ebb and Flo has also got to be the one where Flo is invited for a fancy dress party. I love fancy dress parties. I mean, oh God, the memories I had. So, as there is like no costumes in Flo's boathouse, her mother decides to take her up to her nan's and see what fancy dress costumes there are. And this is also what I love about the show, is because they don't get a bus to go to their grands, they don't get a car, they don't catch a train or anything. They go on a boat, because the granny also lives in a houseboat. Does she live in a houseboat? No, but she lives in a house on the sea. Sorry. I absolutely just love the way that you see Ebb, no, not Ebb, Flo, the ma on the boat, and they're literally like just paddling and paddling, and you can hear like the sea, you can look at like the sun and the sky and the landscapes of like the beach. It's just so beautiful. So when they arrive at grandmother's house, Flo decides to choose a costume, but I wonder who she's gonna be.
I'm going to be a pirate, and Ebb can be my salty sea dog.
Ah, the pirate. I actually dressed up as a pirate one time for a dance recital, and yeah, that was literally my least favourite dance. It was absolutely terrifying, because believe it or not, we had to hold on to like these swords, because like we were doing the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song, so it was all about pointing it out, keeping it safe, and turning it around, like really doing a crazy trick with it. And of course, you know, when we did it on the show, My poor mum, bless her, she was so frightened. So yeah. And of course, Ebb also dresses up too, but I don't know what exactly happens next, but she actually makes herself very dirty. So let's just roll the clip and then we'll see.
Ebb was having a great time. She'd found some mud. Ebb!
Oh, that's how. She was rolling around in the mud and having a brilliant time. Ah, but of course, the fact that she is very messed up, she definitely like needs a wash. So Flo and Bird decided to give her a warm bath. However, Ebb does not want to have a bath. She still wants to smell of mud. So Flo and Bird hatch a plan.
Marks the spot. It wasn't long before Ebb felt hungry. This was a great game.
Aha! Gotcha!
Oh, poor Ebb. I have to admit, when I first saw that, I felt so bad for Ebb. I mean, seriously, like she really thought that she was going to find some treasure, but it turns out she only found the eggs just to be squirted at. I mean, that is so sad. And bless her. I mean, she's like really angry with Flo that she even refuses to go to the party. And I have to admit, Flo feels a bit guilty, but she's also like a little bit disappointed with her not coming. But does she have a change of heart?
Bye then. Whoops.
Oh, Ebb.
Oh, I have to admit, watching Ebb jumping into the water and like trying to swim is just so cute. It's like, oh. So eventually Flo and Ebb, they go to the party and they actually won a prize for the best costume. Lovely. Another favourite episode that I do find really sweet, but I also find a little bit sad at the beginning, is when Flo wakes up and she has a present. I don't even know who it's from because it's not even her birthday or anything. So yeah, which is a bit weird. But anyway, let's have a look and see what present that she gets.
Oh, he's beautiful. Thanks, Ma.
Wow, a pink teddy bear. That looks exactly like one of my Care Bears. But why in the world would a pink or lilac teddy bear be a he? The sad part is though, is that Flo's mum decides to give up old Ted, who's obviously lying in her bed, and poor Flo is like really, really sad.
I've had old Ted since I was a baby. He's falling apart, he's dirty, and he stinks of seaweed. I know, but give him to me, sweetheart. Bye, Ted. I'll miss you. Flo was sad, and so was Ebb.
That's exactly what I love about Ebb, is that whenever Flo's sad, Ebb is very sad. And that is like the most sweetest thing ever. It's like, it definitely shows you what a true friend can truly be like. You know, once, you know, you're sad, your friend is sad. When your friend is happy, you know, you're happy. So yeah, it's just so weird, isn't it? But it is so cute. However, Flo gets over Ted quite quickly. And of course, something really sweet happens towards the end. So let's have a look at it.
New Ted slept on Flo's pillow, and old Ted slept in the ring with Ebb and Bird. Ebb was happy. She didn't mind that old Ted was dirty and falling apart. He had a wonderful smell that reminded her of Flo. Night, night, everyone.
Oh, the perfect toy for Ebb. Definitely a perfect hand-me-down. Another episode that I actually did find very heartbreaking to watch was when Flo sadly had a fish, but it sadly died. And poor Flo was so depressed that, you know, she like so sad, like, you know, seeing like her mom hugging her and stuff like that. That actually unlocked a hidden memory for me, and still to this day I feel so guilty. So me and my sister, we both had our own little fish, and obviously me being very sneaky, me being very nosy and very mischievous, I wanted to know what it felt like to hold a fish, and the amount of times I did that and nearly killed it. However, one of my sister's fishes was like was like slowly close to dying, and it was really sad because it was the fish's skin was all, it was like covered in white apart from the face, and my mum told me that we're gonna have to flush the fish down the toilet. I don't know why I'm laughing at that, because that was really sad. And I was about 9 years old when this happened, and I was pleading with her, I was begging her, and I was crying, like begging my mom, please don't, you know, flush the fish down the toilet, because that other fish that was mine is going to be by himself and he's going to be very lonely. And you know, I was like, yeah, and I was literally like fighting with her for ages and ages, because I did not want it to be flushed down the toilet. But eventually, like, I watched my mom dip in the water, watching the fish go inside it, and when she flushed it down the toilet, I was really upset because I felt really bad. It was like, it was my fault, you know what I mean? It was so sad. It was absolutely heartbreaking. I felt really sad because, I mean, there was only one fish left. However, obviously like a couple of years back, let's just say 2011, I actually made a crazy discovery about fish. Now, did you guys know that fishes actually forget in about 4 seconds? Seriously, so it turns out I cried for absolutely like no particular reason. Man. With Flo feeling really upset over the fish, Ebb decides to find a perfect gift. However, she tries to find things that will make her happy, but nothing. But watch until the end. It is absolutely so adorable.
At last, Ebb had found Flo the perfect gift. A soft white pillow to dry her eyes on. Bird. Oh, Ebb. All Flo needed was Ebb and Bird. It was the most beautiful summer's day, without a cloud in the sky.
Oh, that's what definitely what a true gift matters. If you have a family, you have a home, you've got friends that love you, you have everything. So Flo had her mum, Bird and Ebb. What more could she possibly ask for? Another one of my favourite episodes of Ebb and Flo has also got to be the one where Ebb thinks that Flo is the most prettiest little girl in the world or something. And I have to say, let's just have a little look at it, because I think it's so cute.
Ebb thought Flo was the prettiest girl in the world.
Hurry up, Flo, or the shops will be closed.
Oh, now on that episode, she decides to be a stray dog, is it? No, guard dog. And obviously, I don't exactly remember what happens next, but I might just leave that to you for watching. I think that's the right way of saying it. And it's funny because, like, when I was younger, I used to think, you're all going to judge me for this, but I actually believed that as a little kid, that Flo was the most ugliest girl in the world. And to make matters worse, I was pretty sure that she was like a boy or something. And when I saw that, that's when I realised, I thought, oh, she's a girl. And then that's when I realised that Ebb was also a girl, which was quite a surprise, really. But yeah. Anyway, moving forward to like towards the end of the episode, Flo goes out with her mom to buy a summer dress. And I have to admit, that was definitely one of my favourite mother and daughter activities. Oh, that is literally like the best. And the dress that Flo wears towards the end is really pretty and so nice. Let's have a little look at it.
Thank you, Ebb. What a good guard dog you are. Ebb felt very pleased with herself. What do you think? Ebb thought Flo was the most beautiful girl in the world.
Oh, man, that really takes me back. When I tried on like my summer dress, I even wore a sun hat. sort of like similar to what Flo wears, and just remember like prancing around and dancing around with it, twirling around. And the sweetest thing is that Ebb thought she was the most beautiful girl in the world, and it's just so sweet. Another thing that I do love about Ebb and Flo is towards like the end of the show, and when like the credits roll, you actually see Flo, Bird and Ebb. They're sitting by the boat and they're watching the sunset. So let's have a look at it and also listen to the theme tune. It is so beautiful. I remember when I watched that, back when I first watched Milkshake, I remember one of the presenters, I'm pretty sure it was Naomi, or it must have been Beth, it was either one of them, but one of them said that it made them want to cry, which, really? Like, you really believe that music just wants to make you cry? That's funny, because it makes me want to go ballet dancing. I love being a big fantasizer. And exactly what Fiona said, things just couldn't be better. So we now come to the end of this video. I do hope it wasn't too short or anything, but I really do hope that you enjoyed this, and I can't wait to tell you another very forgotten show that was very rare. I never grew up watching it, so this is going to be very different for me to talk about. And there is quite a lot of characters on the next one I'm about to talk to you about, so I have to watch it all through and just see how we go from there. So, but in the meantime, hopefully next time I do talk about this, the weather will be a lot more nicer, we'll feel a lot more brighter, and hopefully mentally will be great. So in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, even though I haven't really been like myself, although I have been acting a bit. So yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you guys very soon for another video, and take care. Bye.